Hello, and thank you for joining me. So Sunday the 22nd, this Sunday coming at precisely 44 minutes past 12, marks this year's autumnal equinox. I knew this represented the first day of autumn and therefore the end of the summer, but until I looked into it this week, that was all I really knew. The word equinox comes from the Latin equus, equal, and nox, night, and because the Earth is tilted on its axis, it means that the sun illuminates either the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere more, depending on where the Earth is along its orbit. On the two equinox days of the year, spring and autumn, we have, as the Latin would suggest, equal night, where the sun will illuminate the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere equally, creating a 12-hour day and a 12-hour night. On the equinox, people and cultures around the world have honoured the balance of this interaction between light and dark and give gratitude for the changing that comes with the passing of time. The harvest moon is the full moon that occurs nearest the autumnal equinox. Historically, the light of the harvest moon was said to enable farmers to work late into the night, helping them bring in the crops from the fields. And it's also when we would traditionally have a harvest festival. I don't know if schools still do that, but I certainly remember taking tins of beans and stuff into school. Mabon is the pagan ritual which marks the autumnal equinox. Ceremonies always involve giving thanks to the Mother Goddess for the abundance of fruit and vegetables and the marking of the balance of day and night. Perhaps most famously, Stonehenge has been the centre of the ritual for solstices and equinox celebrations, and this comes from the fact that the stones are lined up to frame the rising and the setting of the sun on the solstices. In Druidry, the autumn equinox ritual is known as Alban Alfed, meaning the light of the water, and this also celebrates the balance of light and dark and the cycle of the seasons. In Japanese culture, the autumn equinox is celebrated with the tradition of Haigan, where the passing of the seasons represents a time to remember deceased loved ones. And in the ancient temple of Culhuacán, I think you pronounce it, in Mexico, crowds flock to observe the equinoxes during a phenomenon known as the snake of sunlight. As the equinox nears, the sun's rays approach a series of triangles carved into the ancient temple and gradually illuminate the stairs from the top down, revealing ultimately a large carving of a snake at the base. The passing of the seasons, the day of equal night and day, has a significance across the world and throughout the ages, so don't let it go unmarked. The autumnal equinox is a meaningful time of the year for honour the harvest, whether that be the real harvest or in the farmers' fields, or the harvest of the efforts and intentions that you have put into place in your life. It's a good time to celebrate your own achievements and show gratitude for what you have. Some people perform candle rituals or write a letter of gratitude. Others go out their way to spend time in nature with families. Will you be doing anything to mark this historic moment that often goes unpassed in our modern world? Thank you for listening. Have a fabulous weekend.